Hi, I'm Lynn Robinson. I'm an author, speaker, and intuitive advisor. I thought it would be fun for you guys to see my office. I know there's a lot of clients I have that I used to see in my office up in Boston. So for the last few years, I've mostly just been doing this via Skype and Zoom and over the phone. So from anywhere in the world, which is kind of exciting. But here's my little office. It's actually neater. I actually did pick it up a little bit, but there's a little chair I sit in when I do readings for you guys. So I thought you'd enjoy that. I wanted to talk to you today about my belief that the universe is an abundant place. I've had a bunch of clients in the last few weeks who have had a big dream, something that they want to, business that they want to create, a lifestyle that they want to create, a service that they want to offer. And they've often talked themselves out of it because I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I don't know how to do it. And yet, I really do believe that the universe has your back. That if there's a dream in your heart, something that you really want to achieve, I don't think it's put there and God says, sorry, you don't have the resources for doing it. I think that God gives us a lot of information about how to do this thing that we want to do. He puts the right people, the right situations, the right circumstances, the right ideas. And often it comes through the vehicle of our imagination and our intuition. Those little answers, those coincidences begin to drop in. It's not always that the check gets handed to you or you win the lottery or something. I mean, I think that's obviously all the ways that we would love to have that money available to launch our dream. But I have to tell you, I've had so many experiences where that abundance comes in different ways. The best example I can think of was before I started this intuitive reading business. I got a job offer as an operations manager of a software company up in Boston. And I got the job offer. And I have to tell you, before that, I've been unemployed for a while and I barely had $2 to rub together. And I was panicked because I didn't really have a wardrobe for this corporate job. And I just remember praying to God after I got the job, going, please give me the money to get at least a few suits to get me through the first week. And how am I going to get that? And oh my gosh, kind of in a panic. And what happened next is so amazing to me, even now telling the story. A friend of a friend called me up. This is the day after I got the job offer, and said, I am going to be moving to Florida, and I don't have need of all of these clothes that I have, and I think that you fit me. I mean, you have the same size as I wear. And so she said, can you come over this afternoon and I'd be happy to have you try them on and take whatever you need. So honestly, I went over to her house that afternoon and I walked away with at least a couple weeks worth of beautiful clothes. It was just amazing. So, I found so often that that's where how things show up. It's not necessarily the cash in hand. It's the right people, the right circumstances, the right ideas. Amazing. Somebody once said that coincidences are God's way of remaining anonymous. And the other story I just want to share briefly is I was meditating one night and still kind of in that panic state about money and, how could I launch this business that I'm currently doing, writing books and speaking and doing intuitive readings. And I just like, how can I do this? What could I, how can I get the money to launch this business and leave my job and start this new one? And I just heard this voice say, you're on God's payroll. Ask for what you need. And it really occurred to me that a lot of my thinking had been what I don't want, or how can I make it happen, or it was all on my shoulders. And it really was this huge relief to think I could really hand this over to the universe. Here's what I need. Here's what I want. Here's the outcome I would love to create. And, it didn't come all at once. It didn't come again through cash in hand necessarily, but it came through meeting the right people. And I think some of you have heard that story where I met a Boston Globe newspaper reporter at a friend's funeral, and she wrote an article about me and my business got launched. So another great example of how the universe wants us to succeed. It puts us in the right place in the right time with the right ideas. My last thought is a favorite phrase. I dwell in infinite abundance. I love that. I just think when I say that, it makes me feel good. You have to find your own individual phrases, I found. One may not resonate with you, but I dwell in infinite abundance. That one does it for me. So you're on God's payroll. I'm on God's payroll. We're all on God's payroll. And we all dwell in infinite abundance. Bye-bye.